Good morning, and welcome to Riverside Family Butchers. How can we help you? I'm working on an article about the mayor. I was wondering whether you had a couple of minutes to talk about him. Sure, I guess. Do you know him well? Not really. Met him a couple of times. Pretty cordial. Is he a good mayor? Fine enough, I suppose. Has he been mayor long? Maybe 10 years? Haven't really been counting. He doesn't seem to engender any strong opinions. Politics isn't my thing. Yeah, I hear that. Has he done anything significant for the town? Approved some expansions in the industrial park, some municipal things. He's like a pair of beige curtains. Oh? Not good, not bad, just there. I guess. Anything else you can think of? Not really. Since he came back, he's been pretty under the radar. Come back? Oh, he went to business school. When? After high school? 20 odd years ago, maybe. Not sure. Then he came back and sometime later became mayor? Well, thanks for your time. Wait, can I interest you in any of our fine cuts? Any of your finest cuts come up well in a microwave? We make a lasagna? Yeah, actually, give me a couple of those. Morning. Good morning. What can I get for you? Are those croissants fresh? Yep. Just out of the oven an hour ago. So they're still just a little warm? They're still just a little warm. Alright, give me 2 of them and a bowl of iced coffee. Sure thing. Oh, right. I came in because I'm working on an article about the mayor. Do you mind answering some questions? Sure. That'll be $10 even. Huh. Better value than the hospital. I think the mayor would agree. Oh? He used to work at the hospital. Really? Yeah. Not long after he came back, he started as manager or something. Anything interesting happen while he was there? Oh, not that I know of. Not really a headline-making position. Did he become mayor after that, or did he have something else in between? The last mayor died. What? Oh, good old Stan Hirsch. He was a good guy. What happened to him? Well, he died. Of? Old age, I think, or a heart attack. Do you know how old he was? 50s? Well, that's not that old anymore, really. Well, maybe a decade ago, though. Years change. Yeah, I guess. Anyone run against him? Don't think so. Interesting. You like him? Focuses a bit much on the industrial park. Could do more this side of the river. Interesting. Well, thanks for the croissants. I bet you'll be back for more. Nom, 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 nom.
Hello?
Hey, it's Alex. I've been walking around for a couple hours talking to people about the mayor.
Anything interesting?
Well, for the most part, people either don't want to talk or don't know anything interesting.
Oh.
But spoke to the butcher and the baker.
No candlestick maker?
No, not as of yet.
Sorry. Couldn't help myself. Go on.
They both had a bit to say. Apparently Jimmy left town to do an MBA, and you know what he did when he came back?
Began scheming?
Well, maybe, but first he worked at the hospital. It gets better. The mayor before Jimmy died in office.
Right, yeah. Stanley? Stanford. Something.
Stan Hirsch. Know how he died?
No, tell me.
Well, I don't know as of yet. I was hoping you did.
Oh, it sounded like you were teeing up a trifecta of suspicious circumstances.
Well, it does bear investigating.
So is he after his brother's money, or is there something at the hospital? I don't understand.
It could be both. Maybe there's a will or something he left at the hospital that he needs.
He's the mayor and he's worked there. Couldn't he just walk back in?
That is true. He did have access to the entire hospital. Maybe whatever he's after is something he can't get to anymore.
Or maybe someone moved it?
It's possible.
So what should we do?
If you get a chance, could you look into the old mayor?
Sure.
I'll keep poking and schedule an appointment with the new mayor. I'll keep poking and schedule an appointment with Mayor Jimmy.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye.
Mayor's office, this is Winters.
Hi, I was hoping to get an appointment with the mayor.
Does tomorrow at midday suit?
Yes.
Name?
Alex.
Booked. Good day.
Hello? I'm looking for...
Me?
Yes.
What brings you to my domain?
I have some questions.
Most do.
What should I call you?
I am Charon.
Of course you are. Have you been in town long?
Many years now.
Do you know the mayor?
I have not met the man myself.
Right, well, I'm working on an article.
Sure you are.
Did you meet the previous mayor?
Only once.
Could you tell me more about him?
No.
Uh,
On the day I met him, I buried him.
Not alive, I hope.
Certainly not.
All right. Well,
It may be of interest to you. I knew the mayor's brother.
have a meet cute while you were putting him in the ground?
No. I was a groomsman at his wedding.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nothing to be apologetic for.
Wait, you didn't meet Jimmy at the wedding?
James was not in attendance.
Oh, strange.
Perhaps.
What was Fred like? Was he a good man?
How do you measure good?
Did he help more people than he hurt?
I suppose so.
You don't sound convinced.
Your measure of good doesn't necessarily apply to Frederick.
Well, what would you say?
It is not for me to say.
Well, what was he like?
He liked talking to people, walking around the town. He enjoyed the spoils of his father's estate, but never squandered it. I suppose he enjoyed the freedom it allowed him.
Doesn't sound like he got up to much.
He was a man who knew what he liked.
No shame in that, I suppose.
None.
Why did they stay married then?
Routine.
Did the brothers get along?
They did not talk often, but there was no hostility that Frederick ever mentioned.
Do you think his death was an accident?
I am uncertain.
If it wasn't an accident, then who killed him?
I do not know.
Sorry to bother you with all these questions.
It is no trouble. But I have one for you.
Shoot.
Why?
Why what?
Why stir up the ghosts of the past?
Excuse me?
It is a metaphor.
Well, it very much isn't. Someone has roused Freddy's ghost and is using it for some unknown purpose.
I did not know. That is deeply troubling.
Yes, it is.
So is that why you are here?
No.
Oh,
Someone was disturbed by the ghost and feared it would attack a loved one.
a good reason to visit Riverside. A witticism to undercut the moment?
Well, it's not any better if you say it.
Do you not think highly of yourself?
I think that's out of the purview of our discussion.
I think you wouldn't be so guarded if you were at peace with everything you've seen and done.
I think you could just say that to anyone.
I think it does apply to anyone, just in differing amounts.
I don't think I'm going to get you here.
I think you're right.
Well, thanks for your time.
No trouble.
Actually, one last question.
Of course.
You're fine with the supernatural?
Yes,
Most people aren't so nonchalant about that.
more should be.
Yeah. You should call your boss's sister. Some of the grass here isn't doing so well.
Is this the best place to look out?
Tallest building that isn't the mayor's office.
Isn't it exposed?
Not really. We pulled it behind cover. We're not moving around a bunch. And these binoculars have a non-reflective coating on the lens.
Yeah, I guess.
Besides, we can see the mayor's office and the hospital from here.
What about the water tower?
A little too far away. Besides, with a sloped roof, it's a bit dangerous to have both of us up there.
I guess. I did some digging on the old mayor.
Anything interesting?
Died in office of a heart attack, couple months shy of re-election.
How old?
57.
Old enough, I guess.
You sound worried. Been to the doctor lately?
Ha ha ha. I'm not quite there yet.
It didn't look that suspicious, so not much info.
Do we know if Jimmy started his campaign before or after Stan died?
After, I think.
Well, that is the less suspicious option, I suppose.
I checked everything else out. Dates seem to line up well enough.
Well, he still could be our guy.
Who else could it be?
Yeah, I don't know.
So what do we do? So what did you find out today?
Well, after we hung up, I phoned for an appointment with the mayor.
Did you talk to Winters?
Yeah, phone call lasted a second, maybe two.
That sounds like Winters.
What's their deal?
No idea. They come into the diner sometimes. Already know what they want before I can ask. Then they're just on their phone until the order's up.
I bet you prefer that to the average customer.
Ha, sometimes. Can be unnerving.
Yeah, I've met a few people like that.
Hopefully, Winters did it.
Yeah?
They'll probably immediately confess and get it over and done with.
Rarely that easy, but it does happen.
Yeah?
Had one where they accidentally killed the love of his life. Stumbled into the station covered in blood that afternoon.
Jeez, that sucks.
Yeah, that's an accurate summary of working in homicide.
How do you deal with it?
You have to find a way. I would go and do magic stuff for an hour every day after work.
Huh. Better than booze or pills, I suppose.
I tried the alcohol thing. Works well enough, but it's expensive.
That's your objection?
Well, in more ways than one. It nearly cost me my marriage. One day she tipped out my flasks and told me I was a moody bastard when I drank. I kicked it after that, but I was a hell of a lot luckier than others were who've gone down that path.
Sounds like she has a way with words.
Well, that's one thing I really liked about her. No bullshit.
She sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, what did you do in your lab?
Tinker, invent, learn, practice, mess around.
Make anything fun?
Yeah, made a magic carpet once.
Really?
Yep, it's terrible.
What? Why?
Nothing stopping the bugs and birds and wind.
Aw.
Yeah, I was disappointed too. After that, I moved to potions. Never could get it to work.
Doesn't sound very productive.
I got a few things going, but it never had to be productive. It was mostly to give me a release from work. Justice can be slow.
Huh?
Some plead out, it's months. Some go to trial, and it's years.
That'd be rough.
I probably have one or two cases still going through appeals.
What if they need you?
At this point, it's lawyers bickering over weasel words. If I screwed up, we'd have known by now.
Anything else?
I ended up talking to the Undertaker.
Oh yeah? Karen's a bit funny.
Karen? I thought it was Karen.
We call them Karen.
Well, that would be easier.
What did you find out from him?
They were friends with Freddie, groomsman at his wedding.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, apparently Freddie was a pretty good guy. Didn't get up to much.
That sounds about right.
Said he buried Stan Hirsch, but didn't meet him.
Oh, he's been around forever.
Kind of feel bad for him, since he buried Freddie too.
Hey, I see someone.
Where?
3:00.
Hold on. Yep, got him.
That's the mayor.
Really?
Positive.
Alright, what are you up to?
He's leaving the hospital.
Yep. And headed to the office. Keep on him. I'll look for the ghost. I can't find it anywhere.
Does that mean it's unsummoned?
Maybe. I guess. Or someone's blocking it or it's elsewhere.
Maybe it's in the hospital.
Then why'd he leave it?
I don't know. Did you check the hospital?
It's harder to check indoors.
What?
It takes a lot more effort to...
Wait, so the ghost could be somewhere inside?
Well...
Look, again, mister, I don't want to be ghosted because you were lazy.
Fine.
Whoa. I felt that.
It's a lot more effort to do that.
So, anything?
It's a ping. If it hits a ghost, it'll come back to me.
Like sonar?
Yep. The weaker the signal, the further it is.
Can you do that for anything?
I suppose.
Like a sandwich?
What?
I'm hungry.
Hopefully they finish whatever scheming they're up to and then we can go home. Look, nothing's come back. We're probably clear.
Good.
And the mayor?
He's gone into his office.
Maybe that's it for the evening.
One can hope.
Let's give it a little longer. I'd like to get some sleep for my meeting, but I don't want to miss anything.
All right.
Wait, look over there. Is that it?
The ghost?
Coming out of the mayor's office.
So that's it. He's our guy.
Well, if he doesn't come screaming out of his office in the next few seconds, probably. If there's something at the hospital, he might have found it already.
I didn't see him carry anything. Maybe it was small or documents?
Maybe.
At least it's heading away from the hospital.
Small wonders. But where is the ghost headed?
Well, he hasn't run screaming about ghosts from his office.
Yeah. It's not looking good for him.
So we found the bad guy. What do we do next?
Well, it'll be tricky. He might have paid off the sheriff.
True. Does that mean you have to get him gone too?
Well, that depends. But that's a strong possibility. Maybe I can tip off the feds.
Shame I'm working through the afternoon.
Yeah? How's that?
You're going to have one hell of a meeting with the mayor.
Well, we'll see. If you hear any screams, shouts, explosions or anything, don't come running.
You're joking, right?
No. If he's our bad guy, it could get ugly. And so we come to the close of yet another episode. Oh, Alex, ye poor sod, what have thou gotten thyself into today? Any thoughts, Emily?
No.
All right, Emily there. So, waterfallstories.com, that's the place to find all the links where you can contact me. Send me a comment and I'll shout you out. I'll shout you out, God damn it.
Let it all out.
You can listen to surprise synopses about synopses. Listen to surprise synopses. It's great. It's good. It's good. Follow us on Facebook, on YouTube. I think that's everything. Quick, Emily, fill for time while I remember what the next episode's called.
Hello.
Classic Emily there. Thank you. We'll be back in 2 weeks with episode 4, The Mayor. Oh my.